We're back and we've made it through the first round of buy rounds.
Come on!
Hello and welcome back to Off the Market AFL Fantasy Podcast. I am Mason.
And I'm Casey, and wow, what a week. It was full of the ups and downs. Had some really good things happen, had some really bad things happen, and overall, I don't really know where I'm sitting. So.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of an old one. I thought I was doing really, really well for the week, and then didn't do as well as I thought. I made the stupid mistake of I was looking at my round rank as my overall rank.
Yeah.
Which was not right. So I thought that I was top. I think I got up to top 6K at some point, and I was very excited, but no, didn't quite get there. So I ended, if I can get my team up, I ended around the 25K mark for this round, which still is fantastic considering I was 51K ranked last week. So 25,357 is what I am. So more than halved my ranking, which is
pretty good.
I did score a 1753, which was probably about average for the round. I think most people were around that. That's 1750 to 1800 probably. Yeah. 10,000 for the round. Had some good scores in that. I mean, Sinclair just proves that he's solid again. Super impressed with Steele and Brayshaw in the middle.
Yeah. Awesome stuff.
But had a bit of a lot of dull things happen, like a Windy, a Parrish, a Windsor. I did actually change my trades on Saturday morning.
Oh, okay.
So English v McAndrew and them, they scored the same. So I had McAndrew as an emergency sitting on my bench, and I was like, do I want to trade into Jackson knowing I've got an 84 sitting there? So reversed that trade, had Zach Kostelski in there so that McAndrew's emergency score counted. Thought, what else do I want to do with my team? Used a bit of DPP with Grill and turned Blackiston into LDU. So solid. Not too bad. And he had, what was that, a 97, I think he scored. Yeah. So, not terrible, not great. Yeah, 97. So, look, think that was a positive move. I've got rid of Blackiston. Yeah. So at least I could get rid of someone where, we have these forced trades this week that we'll talk about later. But how did you go?
I did a little bit better. I scored a 1807, so I was pretty happy.
Nice.
Ranked 2,800 for the week and 12K overall. So getting closer to that 10K, which is what we like.
Yeah.
As soon as you see only 4 numbers instead of 5, it feels a lot better in your rankings. But
yeah, definitely. Wait till you see 3.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, no, still behind the 8 ball, which sucks. But no, I had some good scores, like you said, Sinclair, Brayshaw, Sarong, Butters was I had Sheezel was my captain. I was very happy with that. I scored a 128, but
nice.
He was on 90 at halftime. So that could have been huge.
He
had a
definitely.
38 second half, which was really disappointing. But hey, the Eagles won, so I was very happy with that too. But yeah.
I'm interested, who are your bottom 4 scorers? Because for me, who didn't count was Cook with a 38, Windsor 49, Grill 53, and Jai Sarong 59 were my 3.
Yeah, I was the exact same.
Yep. Right.
Sarong, Grill, Windsor, and Cook.
Yeah, I forgot to mention in my team wrap up, I captain's Connor Rhodesy, which that was probably the difference between you and I, because our teams are very similar.
Yeah.
Like 50 points under you, captaining that for a 72 or a 144 when you did Sheezel for a 240 or something. That's there you go. That's 100 points right there. So it's could have been close to a 1900 for me, but this stuff happens. You can't really do anything about it. Can't predict that. So we move on and move on to this week where, well, let's just go through the games. And once we get to the big news, we'll get to it. And it started off on Thursday night with a widely irrelevant game. Hawks v Sydney. Newcomb, the only one with a ton in this game. Dylan Moore was good with a 99, so possibly if you're looking to hold a certain forward, you could be looking to upgrade next week off his bye. And Connor McDonald as well. He's probably a tick for those who picked him with an 89. He's been pretty solid. 84, I think he had last week. 84 last week, 79 opening round. So you're not looking too much at the Hawks. Not a great scoring team, but look. Sydney, Callum Mills was top scorer with 98. Brodie Grundy was the second top scorer, saved himself with an 88 in the first, I don't know if quarter splits here, but he was on I think 6 at quarter time or something.
Yeah.
Like a 50-point second half. So really did save himself for his owners there who've now had to do with a 51 and an 88. saved 88. So,
Yeah.
not good.
Keep goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
And probably the only one that most people would have had in this game, Jai Sarong with a 59. So, look, keeps his break-even lowish, I guess. I don't know what it is now, but, made a little bit more cash.
Yeah, -6. Yep.
At 2, his break-even is... is it... Oh, his break-even was -6. It's 2 now.
Right. Yeah, gotcha.
So, yeah, I mean, buy player, unfortunately. With these buy players, I actually have to... I'm forced to field 5 in the defense this week.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I have Selwood, Jax, and Sarong, who are all on the buy. So maybe not great planning from me there, but look, we'll have to deal with it. But yeah, not too much else in that game, I don't think. So let's move on to Friday. And this was an exciting game. The Crows versus the Dogs. Dogs just getting the win over here in Adelaide. A top scorer for Adelaide, Jordan Dawson, rewarded his owners with a 119. So he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Just looked the Dawson of old, I guess. 19 kicks, 5 marks, 7 tackles and a goal in that. So he was great. Definitely, if you went there off of like a Goon last week, I don't think you're disappointed, especially because you probably didn't hold cash as well. So that was probably a good move. Other names there for the Crows, McAndrew, 84, super solid. I know I talked a lot about not having him at R2 last week, but I think that you can just keep him there for
a time being at least.
As long as you want now. So his cash is still generating. Miller, we talked a bit about him on Thursday, 74.
Neither of us went there, and it's probably for the best.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was probably not a great move. I think my thinking with a lot of this was last week, and particularly through the buy rounds, I'm not interested in mid prices. I want to... It's obvious that you want to try and complete your team as fast as possible, but I feel like if I go, Windsor to Miller, I'm not going to be... I want to go Windsor to like Zorko or Josh Dacos because that's someone who is just in my side. Whereas if I go Windsor to Miller, then I'm going to have to go Miller. It's just another step to get to there. So when we had the cash last week, I think going these mid prices and then saving more cash was probably just... Yeah, and that's how I was looking at some point. But yeah, probably not the move. Josh Rochelle, a 70. Geez, he was close to not getting this.
I know, yeah.
He was, again, sitting on like 6 at quarter time. Gave away like 5 frees against. And got that 70 with 2 goals as well. So, look,
everyone was talking him up. But,
exactly. If you started him or God forbid, traded him in last week,
pretty upset.
Yeah, not great. I'll just quickly have a look at the... how did you see Rankin's game in terms of...
Yeah, he was...
Because I guess he's an option now in the forward line with Petrarca out.
It's just... The scoring wasn't quite where I wanted it to be at all. Like, kicked a goal and still scored only a 66. Only 74% time on ground, so I'm sure he'd be able to get that up to maybe 80%. I think
85. Yeah,
that'd be good to see.
Well, in terms of CBAs, so it was Berry and Dawson had same, low 70s. Soligo had 52% after 37 last week. Rochelle had 35% after 52 last week. Peatling also dropped to bring in Rankin, who had 32%. So both sitting around that 30 to 40%, which is... You probably want a little more, or I guess a little more scoring in that, right? I mean, 40 to 50% is probably where I'd want to be sitting for those two because their resting position is forward and it's not a very fruitful roll up there for either of them. So, 66 for Rankin. I think we're just avoiding those two now, but you hold if you have them. And unfortunately, Braden Cook down there as a rookie. Some people might have gone 48. I mean, he'll still generate cash, but he's going to have games like that where he's stuck on a wing and doesn't really know what to do. I ended up going there on my field over Todd Marshall, which sucked.
Same.
I'll not be doing that again. But yeah, look, it is what it is. Over the Bulldogs though, Bont was good.
It was, yeah.
If you did go there, Ed Richards, 94. What are you doing with this?
He spends so much time up forward. I'm like, I can't have him in my side. But then again, we've got so many forced trades this week.
Yeah, exactly.
To do. So I just have to hold him. It sucks.
Yeah. So CBAs for them there. He actually had the most at 74%. But yeah, if his resting time is that forward, then yeah, not a great look. Yeah, I mean 94 still scrapes you by. It's not a bad score, but yeah, that plan of going him to Dacos, and there were a lot of people doing plans move this week. A lot of people picked round 3 guys specifically to target Dacos, and now the worst thing is you've got 2 injuries in the forward line and the defence.
Yeah, and you can't even...
So if you don't have the DPP to do it, or you don't want to ruin your structure that way...
I traded out 2 defender rookies last week, and now that's all I need.
Yeah, that sucks. Other names there, Tim English, 84, was disappointing, and McAndrews, that's a hard ruck matchup.
Yeah.
So Cameron, I think, scored like an 87 last week on him.
And
So it's
English 84, so we can...
These are two guys that have averaged, 100 or close to 100 for Cameron before. So we can kind of tick this off as a bit of
a tough matchup for Rucks. Yeah.
So let me just get fixture up for McAndrew and who he has, because I want to know. I mean, he's already got past English, I guess. Where is he? Upcoming fixtures. So he's got the Cats next, then Freo. So that affects Jackson, Carlton, St Kilda, Brisbane, Port, Richmond. So yeah, it doesn't really get, apart from Jackson, versus Sherry in round 10, who a lot of people might have. Plays English again in round 14, Max in round 15, Grundy in round 19. Yeah, so not too many relevant names there soon, but one to watch for sure, especially if you have some of those rucks in draft that'll come up against him. Yeah, he's tough. Lockie Jacks, fantastic.
He was great. Yeah,
74.
he was awesome.
Did you see that big hit at the end as well?
Yeah, crunch.
I thought he was cooked, but
fucker. Celebrating that like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah, no. But no, he was fantastic with a 47. And his mate, Selwood, as well, with a 64. Definitely improved off of last week. So if you did hold him, then you would have got a good cash rise. I feel bad. I was telling people to sell him. I would have sold him if I needed to get rid of a rookie. But I think it was the right move.
Yeah,
look, it's not hurt you. But...
Well, you the one that you sold me when you said Selwood gets 1 price rise and Blackiston gets 2 in the next week, except for Selwood's going up 45 to 60k and Blackiston's going up 2.
So where is he? Selwood. So his break even's -4 still, so you can absolutely be holding that over. Yeah, so he made 69k so he was 299. He's now made 51k off of the back of that game. So
Blackiston made 5.
He made 5.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh no, sorry. He made 5 last round, and this round he made 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stark difference. That is amazing.
Look out.
I'm glad I traded him out.
It's gone up a total of 11k.
And we'll get to Blackiston later, but his job security is safe. Vigo got injured in the in the VFL.
Vicentini got injured in the
Vicentini injured in the VFL.
Yeah.
A lot of V's.
One of those.
Connor Buderick, the only other name there, 68.
It's all right.
You kind of just have to tick that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to do this. So he was playing a bit more of like a lockdown role on like the Rochelle's and the Rankins when they switch forward. So maybe that's a bit of a worry of what he can do. I know there was word of Selwood playing lockdown, but yeah, Buderick seemed to be the guy that did that. So that was a bit disappointing. We want him more running freely. Bailey Dale looked back to his best as well. So maybe Buderick's role starts to kind of
deteriorate. Yeah.
On to Saturday though. Richmond versus the Gold Coast. For Richmond again, not too many names, but there is an interesting one. So Nankervis did his hamstring. I don't know if it's been named up how long he's out for, but there is, I don't know his name. There's a rookie ruckman for Richmond that obviously will get, I think Uze said that he will just get the role now. Like there's no doubt about it. They're not going to bring in anyone else but him. So if I just look here, Rucks. Hayes Brown, I think, is the guy.
Okay.
Obviously, Samson Ryan's played that role before with and without Nankervis, so I don't know what's up with him, whether he's injured or just Hayes Brown has overtaken him, but he's a 230k ruck. So if you somehow missed Petrarca and or Rosie this week and you really wanted to, grab someone for Zach Kostelski in there or another red dot ruck that you have at R3 now, that could be a play. Should make a fair bit of money. Again, I don't know how long Nankervis is out for.
Yeah.
It could be a couple of weeks, could be a few. Lynch was the other one who did the hamstring. He's obviously not relevant for us. Sam Lawless 79 was impressive.
It's all right.
Good. You're happy with that if you picked him, I think, especially off the back of last week's 50 or whatever it was.
Hard watch though. Some people will.
Yeah,
he's tough.
Yeah. And he will be a hard watch. He's playing like an inside mid / forward role. It's not very fruitful. And Sam Grill in a role that is fruitful, just a 53. Kind of sucked.
That was tough.
It was a tough watch, especially for some people who might have bought him in off the back of
his 90.
Yeah, his 90 last week. He actually had 10 at the half. 5 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter, then went 17 and 26. So at least we have those big quarters where we know he can do it. But yeah, and I mean, I guess that is probably because there's a guy that I'm going to add to our watch list, and it's Jaden Short. 132 here. I mean, could you be trading into that from a Rosie? If you didn't have the cash, if you didn't save cash,
I know, you certainly
could you do it? 114 last week.
I picked him up in draft. I was a little bit fruitful.
We were doing our draft over the weekend, and as we were all watching the Richmond Gold Coast game, you picked him. And I was right.
I thought, it was my turn to draft. I needed a defender.
Yeah.
John Noble was good. Jaden Short was good. I was like tossing up between the two. I was like, oh, anyone else's draft app not working? So I could watch the first half of the game and see who was better. And then I picked Short. So.
Did you actually do that?
I did.
I was going to say, because I came back to you like, nah, mine's fine. And then I said, use the website.
I was like, I did that.
That's good. That's good. Honestly, elite.
But yeah, I could certainly be trading him in. Nothing wrong with that. And I currently am as well.
Oh, right.
So,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is, where is he there? 975k, obviously no buy. Let's bring it up now. There is an obvious theme that's happening this year. Players who play for shit clubs are playing like shit. I mean, it's mainly Essendon, your Parish, your Blackiston, Roberts. A lot of people are annoyed with. Caldwell is probably not done what he needs to do.
Caldwell and Merritt both hit tons though. But
yeah, true. But the time on ground with Caldwell is the main issue, I think.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we saw, who was it, Brayshaw and that losing side suck. We saw, who else? A West Coast guy. Oh, the rookies are doing well, but there seems to be a theme this year that players that play for shit sides are not playing very well. With that, can you invest into Richmond as a shit team?
Yeah, it's tough because, you know...
So Freo, Port, Giants, North, Melbourne is their next 5.
But look, you think... It was a close game against Carlton. Short scores of 114. Not particularly close game against Gold Coast. Well, it was for this first half, and these scores of 132.
That's true. At least you have both. You've
seen both ends of the spectrum.
That's true.
So
yeah, definitely. Well, let's move over to Gold Coast, who did thump him here by 68 points. Topped by Bodie Hewland. I think when I kept getting his name wrong in the preseason.
Yeah,
I got to tell you, I wasn't getting his name wrong. I was talking about Bodie Hewland. He was in my preseason team.
He was.
Let me tell you. So 133 for him was great. Other names there. Noah Anderson. This one hurts. 94. If you went there as opposed to the Ed Richards play, jump off him on his bye. Yeah. That's not great. He pretty much hasn't made you any money. 106 and 94 he's done against West Coast and Richmond. So not great.
It's tough. Yeah,
not great. But even tougher is Christian Petrarca injured on a 69, and some people even captained this. I saw some people go English into Petrarca, which sucks.
I almost did that.
Yeah, it was valid. But so hamstring for him, he's out for a month now. So this is the conversation we have to have. Do you have to trade him this week? He was going to have a bye this week anyway. Yeah,
he's out for a month. I think it depends how much cash you have, if you want to hold him, if you don't want to hold him. Well, how many premiums are you happy fielding?
Well, this is if you held Petrarca and traded, there's a lot of people that held cash, including me, but I only held 400. I had 445k last week. Some people held 7 to 8 to 900 grand. If you did that, would you be okay holding Petrarca because he would have had a buy anyway, and upgrading a Windsor, a Parish, a Blackiston up to a premium?
So if you've got the cash, I think you certainly could, because the buy rounds. Yes, we've got best 18, but we also want to score highly. I looked at our group that we have, our head-to-heads, and I'm not the best fantasy player out of everyone, but I scored 50 points more just because I had an extra premium than everyone else.
Exactly.
And I was third worst scorer in the first round when it was the best 22. So if you want to score highly and get ahead of the game throughout the buy rounds, you just need to have the primos on the field.
Yeah, so, and that's where these mid prices are not doing us any favors, because we need essentially as many ceiling scores as we can get. Because if you just have a team full of 50s, a bunch of them are going to drop off. You almost want to have guys scoring, four guys scoring under 50. Because I think... Yeah, I had around 40, 50, 55 was my drop-offs. If they were more around 30, I instantly score much higher because I'm investing less on the field. I don't think I've explained that very well. But
I get what you mean. Yeah.
And if you could hold Petrarca, I have Marshall with an 82 there sitting on my bench. You ended up scoring more than Petrarca anyway. So there's people to cover him. The only problem is if you get another injury this week, you're cooked.
Yeah,
if we have another Rosie, if touching the table here, Sinclair and Butters go down.
Yeah, bro.
Cooked.
For real. Yeah.
Because then you got to trade them out and you got to hold Petrarca another week, or you trade him out and you hold someone else for a week.
It's tough. And if you're like me and you still have Vicentini, on a week like this, it would have been perfect time to upgrade. But because English is on his bye, but now I've got to field a red dot because if Vicentini is not playing over Sweet,
he won't play. Sweet was good.
Sweet was great.
Right. Okay.
It was also Essendon, but it was So you never know, but yeah,
West Coast this week, isn't it?
Exactly, and Sweetie can go bang again.
Yeah. Interesting.
It would have been 2 great scores for Vicentini, unfortunately. But so now I've got to field a red dot, so I'm already playing best 18 with only 21, so I only have 3 players to hide behind instead of 4 players to hide behind.
But do you have the Sarong Jacks Selwood as well in the defence?
No. You got me to trade Selwood, remember?
There we go. I knew I was doing something. Because I as well have 21 because I have to field a red dot in the defence.
Yeah. And if you don't trade Petrarca, if you hold Petrarca, you've probably got 3 in Buderick, Lombard, and Petrarca.
Yeah.
As well. So
you
could be fielding 20.
That's true. Utilities are an important thing here, I guess.
They are.
Other names there for the Gold Coast, Zeke Ulan, 46. If you went there,
it's tough.
You've got a 42 in opening round and then a 19 and a 46. He's probably lost cash, to be honest. Like, it's not great.
Yeah.
And Lombard, 36 as well. Yeah.
He's somehow still got an 8 break even. Like, he's still going to be going up.
He's a slow burner. He'll be like Doveston will be.
Yeah.
He'll be like what a lot of people had with Kako last year. Yeah. Just kind of sits there and trucks along, I guess. On to the next Sunday game, though. And can I say, I'm vindicated.
Yeah.
I was laughed at and ridiculed for Weather Watch last week. And look what happened. Game delayed by over half an hour. And it affected some players. It didn't really affect any players. But it could have affected some players.
Yes.
So, look, don't doubt the Weather Watch is all I'm telling everyone out there. Because could come in handy like this. But yeah, it didn't really affect any scores. Lockie Ash at the top there for the Giants, 137.
Huge.
It's hard to say because he's still got a game before his bye.
Exactly.
So it's hard to say you target him afterwards. He'll be max price, but gee, looks pretty good. 136 last week.
There's a lot of defenders who are just quietly putting together really good seasons.
Yeah, definitely. But they're all bloody bye players, which is annoying. Other names there: Callahan, Oliver in the midfield, 98-96, relatively solid. So Callahan was actually tagged a little bit in this game by Garcia. And then the other way, Angwin stood on Wangity Miller a little bit. So there were some tags rolling around in this. Whitfield, 92. If you do have him and we're holding him over that bye, it sucks. Especially if you went opposite to Sinclair, who we'll get to in a second. No one else really. I don't think anyone has it. Roaston you wouldn't have picked, hopefully. Briggs still sucks.
Some people 60. Had Phoenix Gothard as their forward rookie with 83. Was awesome.
That was great. Fantastic. And Fonte as well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would have gone there in the preseason, and I actually debated on the Saturday morning whether I go Blackiston to Fonte and hold more cash.
Yeah, right.
Fonte with a 73 was fine, and his break even was I don't know what it was, but
low.
So he would have made cash. It was like 20 or something, I think.
Yeah.
So wouldn't have been the worst move, but I'm glad I didn't hold the cash in the end. But yeah, if you went that Whitfield over a Sinclair with a 122. Sucks because he's just putting together again like Ash an all time.
Yeah, for sure.
122, 110, 122. So what's averaging 118-ish?
Yeah,
so
that's pretty good.
It's crazy. And he'll continue to do that. Got Brisbane this week and then the bye, but we're holding him over that obviously. Flanders 90, good. He seems to start really slowly. So
he does. Yeah,
he had 9 point first quarter and then 31, 34, and then 16. So I think in all 3 of his games he's like been on not much at half time and then come back for us. So at least he's scoring well.
Yeah. I think just someone I don't want to skip over, who's had a really good season, is Callum Wilkie's put together 3 tons in a row.
Has he? Wow.
He has 104, 117, and 107.
You can't do it though, surely.
Yeah, you can't. He's got the bye, but if he hits another ton this week, I will be targeting him off of his bye. It's going to happen. Zorko's break even is 79. He's going to go up to 1.2, maybe even 1.3. It's going to be out of reach. I want someone like your Jaden Short, like you can't Wilkie.
Zorko or Wilkie?
Oh, it's Zorko, 100%, but that's also 400k.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing for me with Wilkies. If I was looking at this like we were Sam Taylor, and like Sam Taylor put those 3 together and he was, 600, 650k, Wilkie's like 900k now. I feel like it's a bit too much to be picking a key defender.
But he's 900k because last year he hit like 8 tons as well and averaged.
He's a great player and probably even in a deep draft, not a bad pick in the defense. But I just couldn't bring myself to go there. I don't think.
No,
but look, gets a shout out. Wangin Miller obviously tagged in this game for a 90. I'll just quickly check his map because it really is confusing where he kind of like plays. I wonder what status he's going to pick up at round 6 because he's just the straight defender at the moment.
Yeah.
You'd think he'll pick up mid status, but could he pick up forward status?
He could. He probably could.
So
PPP.
In this game, yeah, it looked like he had most of his ball around the kind of defense, midfield, wing type areas. A few touches in the forward line, obviously, but it seems they kind of just chuck him there when
game's getting rough.
Yeah, which is odd to me because why would you not want that guy being used off the halfback?
Exactly.
So, look, I'm not the coach. Other names there, Windhager, 73. Gee, if I was the coach, I wouldn't make this guy do whatever the hell he's doing. I was about to say make this guy tag, but Garcia tagged in this game. Windhager didn't tag. He played off of halfback, which was the role that I picked him for. Yeah. Scored a 21 in the first quarter. I'm thinking, great. 0 in the second quarter.
Wow.
So 1 kick and 1 free against. 36 in the third quarter and 16 in the fourth quarter. So it's just that one quarter that he kind of sucked.
He puts like even another 16 and he gets to 90.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's more than what you paid for him. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. I've got other problems, obviously, with the injuries, but even other problems with mid-prices that I've traded before him. But his break-even's back up to 86, so we'll hope he has a better game against Brisbane. But look, does he tag someone? They've got a lot of good midfielders. I'd be tagging their mids over Giants mids, and can Garcia run with Lachie Neale?
Probably not.
Will Ashcroft? Does Garcia tag Zorko as a forward and Windhager go in the midfield and tag Lachie Neale or Ashcroft or anyone? I wouldn't be surprised. But hopefully he can get back to his best on that halfback with Sinclair. Ron Marshall probably going to pick up forward status for us, but still a 62 there playing second ruck, so not bad. Jack Carroll, I'm kind of glad I avoided this guy now, 48. He's definitely made you some cash.
He's sitting on my utility, just sitting there.
He's probably not in the side for much longer.
No, he's got 100. He's gone up 121k. He goes on his buy, provided I can.
Yeah. If you're looking for a rookie to downgrade, I guess, yeah. And Philippou as well, a lot of people would have held, knowing that he played. Unfortunately played, I think, 60% TOG, so it was over that threshold, but 31 for him. Yeah.
That's tough.
If I was in the position to get rid of any of the mid prices out of that Windsor, Blackiston, Parish, it's Philippou. I know there's no one to go to, but you've just got to get off that because it doesn't look like getting better at all. So you're definitely jumping off that as soon as you can.
Yeah.
On a Saturday night though, I was out on Saturday night, and I tell you what, I was at a concert. Picked up my phone after the concert, haven't looked at it for 2 hours, and I saw Andy Brayshaw 128, Jack Steele 134. I couldn't believe it. After last week, I couldn't believe it. So Andy Brayshaw there with 128.
Redeemed himself.
And
somehow still lost cash, but yeah.
Yeah. He scored 58 or whatever it was last week. But I feel vindicated because I remember saying on Thursday night, don't go Sarong.
Could get a trade. Flip. Yeah.
Sarong could be the bad one this week and Brayshaw could be the good one. Which makes me scared that now Brayshaw is going to stink this week and Sarong's going to score well. But Sarong did get the tag from Tholstrup, who is a guy we need to look out for.
Yeah, that was a good tag.
Messiah last week.
So. But also, if you're looking at taggable players in the AFL, Sarong's probably leading the pack.
Yeah, he's
in the past as well. He's been
but I mean, Brayshaw was 39 touches, 6 marks, 3 tackles, and a goal. That's just insane. I mean, we talked last week about has the game passed him? Is he just not the type of midfielder that he's going to do well? But man, he looked great in this game. Jordan Clark, if you went there, 89 kind of sucks as well. Murphy Reed, 80 was good. He's probably been that pick there. I mean, Lawler was good this week. Shelley's not stunk, but 78 and 80 for him is probably where you want that mid-pricer to be. Yeah. So he goes up some more cash. Luke Jackson, 72. I'm glad I didn't do this.
Yeah, that would have been tough.
Yeah, not great, but I mean, he's going to have games like this, especially if he's not playing as number one ruck to Darcy, who scored 29 points. But I think I said it last week, Darcy's surely on his way out at some point.
Yeah, you'd think so.
But yeah, Sarong there, 68 tagged. And Scary as well, the forward rookie, 230k, 60, not bad if you're looking for a rookie to jump on. But yeah, not too much for Frere. I didn't watch this game again, so I don't know about the game plan or whatever, but it seems that their scoring was a bit better this week with a 16-23 overall. I think it was like 1,300 last week. And for Melbourne, Jack Steele, 134. Another guy who I just thought looked past it, but looks amazing.
Yeah, that was really good. It was really good to see. And I think the St Kilda matchup, how we were talking about how he was shaken up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that actually was genuine.
I don't doubt that was a real thing.
Yeah, I was glad he, because obviously we were talking about draft because we had a draft this week.
Yeah.
I was glad he slipped to like the 6th round because I saw he hit that low score and everyone was a bit scared. I was just waiting to pounce.
I think Brayshaw slipped to that 7th or 8th round or something because I think we were all scared from that round 1 score.
So I was glad to pick that up late. But
the key for me is that talking the preseason with him was, is he going to get the tackles? Because the game's faster now. He's not going to be able to crunch guys in the stoppages. 8 tackles he had.
Yeah, 9 even. Yeah.
Oh, was it 9?
9, yeah.
So I'm really doubting this website I use. It's not very good.
I just use AFL, bro.
Probably easier. So 134 for him there. Did we sleep on Max Gawn?
Yeah, we might have. Everyone was saying he's old, he's slow, but he literally showed no signs.
127.
There was nothing to say that he was going to be bad, and we just assumed.
I feel like we were so confused, and then we found good ones in English and maybe Grundy, but they had the bye. We didn't like Sherry anymore. Briggs dropped off as a value
Fucking
player.
Sherry hit a 150 as well.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
I mean, why did we? I mean, I know what I said in the preseason. If he's old, if there's any year that he's going to go down with these ruck rules, but Max is not he's not really a big lumbering guy. He's he's lean. He can get around the ground. You know, he's great at that down the line mark kind of style that he plays. So look, if you went there, I don't know what his ownership is, but well done.
Correct.
Other names there for the D's. Cosy Pickett 78 was a bit disappointing. Xavier Lindsay 69. Probably what we expect him to do around 70. So I think you're happy with that after last week. You're not happy with Caleb Windsor, 45. I think that injury is still affecting him a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the real him, but in terms of the fact that he's, again, lost money off of this and will continue to lose money, so he's down to 570k.
Still only a 54 break even.
567k, so went down 3k.
Yeah.
Does he hit 54?
I reckon, yeah, if he's around there. If he'll hit a 50, whether
Carlton
it's 54.
This week.
Yeah.
Should
probably
right.
do. Yeah, it's not going massively over.
No, you would have loved him to have had a buy.
Yeah, correct.
Almost as a value play, like a value mid price. So it's okay for him to have a buy, and then he gets the rest, gets the quad right. So yeah, just a disappointing for 45 there for him, I guess. On to Sunday though, Port pretty good.
They were pretty good.
Redeemed themselves a little bit against Essendon.
Happy with that. Very happy with that.
Absolutely destroyed them. 133 to 70. So what's that? 63 points?
Yep.
Not bad. And top of the line there for Port was Zach Butters, 144. I got to apologise. No, I'm not apologising for this, okay? How was I meant to know Rosie would get injured?
Yeah.
And to be honest, at halftime, so if my website works here, let's have a look. So yeah, Zach Butters at halftime had 53 points, and Connor Rosie had 69.
Yeah.
So it was looking good.
It was.
It was not looking bad, but then
Rosie went down with that injury.
Yeah.
I said in the podcast I was going Butters and I didn't, by the way. That's fact. We fact checked that one.
Damn.
But that was tough.
That sucks. So yeah, 144 there for Butters. He was good. Tell you what, Horn Francis is going to pick up forward status, and with a 128.
Yeah. It's the same thing last year, though. He kicked 3 goals in the slogging. It's like he's going to hit 60s as well.
At what
point,
still
pretty good.
Does he come into the midfield now with
Rosie could
out?
very much
Rosie has been getting some CDAs. I'll quickly check. But,
yeah, for sure.
You know,
not even controversial. Like, conversely, also does Bergman now get a little bit of a bit because he's been shit.
But he had that little injury thing as well with the ankle thing as well. So do they just play it safe? So yeah, Rosie in this game had 44%, even with pretty much sitting out the entire second half, or at least most of it.
Oh, you know what? Ollie Wines comes back this week from injury.
True. That is a very good point.
Will Brody exists
Will Brody's there. Another name I want to talk about is Jack Watkins.
Yeah, he was great.
So scored a 95, and first half had 10 and 11. Then when Rosie went down, had 21 and 53. So I mean, that's a direct correlation.
Wow.
And he was great, so I think that they probably look to keep him in there. I mean,
for sure.
It's Todd Marshall was good, 82. Sucks that I had him on my bench, but
just want to say with Alira scored 121 in this. It could that easily could have been Todd Marshall as well. Because all it was just waxing, and it's just who happened to be in the middle of the ground at that time.
Yeah.
So all that when I was talking about Port Adelaide's backline and Alira and Radigalia and all those guys, this is what I was talking about. This is the waxing that I was talking about.
Well, I tell you what. I love the Port key backs because Alira had 21 disposals. Guess how many of those were kicks?
21.
Exactly. And guess how many marks he had?
20?
19.
19, yeah.
Todd Marshall, 15 kicks.
15 disposals.
11 marks.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's great.
They'd wax. Radigalia, 12 and 10. That's all right.
Yeah, so 10 kicks from 12 disposals, 9 marks. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know how he ended up with a 58 with 9 marks, but look. 26 last week is probably why. Rosie injured on that 72. Must trade now. There's no way he plays or anything.
Oh, yeah, and if it's the same thing as last year, if you remember when we all held, because they got word that Ken Hinkley kind of rushed him back, and they got word that Rosie was all right, so we played, and then he hit like his 60, and then...
But he said that he Like he
optimistic
felt
that
it
he doesn't.
happen,
Yeah.
and then it was just numb. That to me sounds like something's come off the bone.
Nerve
or
damage.
Like a nerve
Yeah.
damage or something. I saw some people saying like nerve spasm, which would not be a long-term injury. He's getting scans on it today, so
We'll hear.
everyone will have that information, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably a trade out, I think.
Yeah.
And Bergman as well, there with the 46, does have the little injury icon next to his name. So he had that ankle issue, which I think was the same one that he was having trouble with. So
that ankle.
not going there either, and you're trading off that. For the Bombers, though, Caldwell 106, Merritt 100, you just take those when
Correct.
you can get them in a thrashing like this. But again, shit team. We're not getting many big scores from these guys, and I think probably not that we're in the position to this week, but you're probably jumping off as many of them as you can. I started it with Blackiston last week, and I'm glad because he scored a 44. Again, I don't know how a guy in the ruck, admittedly in the Essendon team, but in a ruck position doesn't score well. Just confuses me. Archie Roberts rewarded his owners a little more than 86, so at least that was good. Dusty Parish, 68. Sucked. We're looking to jump off that as soon as we can.
Indeed.
Redmond was injured in this game, which is interesting. So 18, he came off halfway through the first quarter. So I actually don't know what that.
Oh, it was a hammy. It
Hammy,
looked like,
right.
or the ice pack was on his hamstring. So
Right.
or like to the side. So something hamstring
maybe
or
like a quad hamstring
thigh or
type,
something like
yeah, whatever. So look, maybe we're looking for guys
on
to,
ice and on crutches. So yeah,
cooked,
yeah.
absolutely cooked. So we're
And
not.
he
We're probably not
wasn't. He
looking
didn't
for.
even stick to the bench. Like he went straight down to the rooms
Yeah,
and
right.
was in the jacket in the rooms.
Yeah.
So he's gone.
Well, we're probably not looking for any Bombers anyways, but if
Not
we
really.
were, it's probably, I don't know, Roberts to go back to halfback to replace him,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Dyson Sharp as well, injured in this one with a 16, so that sucks on my bench, having that sit there. He probably think
Zach
he breaks
Johnson-
even 15. So.
Zach Johnson was the rookie from last year that we all had. He
And look, there were
benefited.
some people
He benefited,
mentioning him in
yeah.
the preseason just as a little like mid-pricer, 500k.
Yeah,
I was never keen because he, 50 last week was probably why I wasn't keen. But
Yeah.
90 this week, maybe he's the one to take
because it was low, and then when Redmond went down, albeit in the
right,
first
okay.
or second quarter, whatever it was,
halfway to the first.
he got up and did better. I think he might be a beneficiary. Not something we were targeting, but something to keep an eye at if he racks together a couple of good scores. But
Definitely. Well, on to the last game of the week, and that was Sunday night with West Coast versus North. West Coast won this one.
Come on.
Well done. Well
I
done.
tipped him. I didn't tip him. I put money on him, and I
Oh,
won that.
really?
So I was very happy with that.
Nice.
I had a feeling, an inkling.
Well, top for West Coast, Harley Reid owners were rewarded with a 101, so
Yeah.
that was good from
All
him.
6 of them. Yeah.
All six. And then, pretty much all of us were rewarded with Robertson 90 and Murdoch 88.
Yeah, that was
so
great.
Great
Good to
rookie
hear.
scores in the bye. We can hope.
Same
we
thing.
keep doing
Murdoch
that.
kicked 2 goals. He's not going to do this every week. Don't expect it, but still
Well,
awesome.
He's doing it every week at the moment.
He's
so,
kicking 2 goals every week.
you know,
That's pretty good.
Look, as long as he keeps
Yeah.
doing that, he's on my field.
For sure.
Willem Dersma 81. Good if you
That's
went
pretty
as a
good.
rookie.
85, yeah.
There's definitely worse rookie picks we could have gone. And I think we're all
for sure.
pretty.
I think he
standoffish.
started at 305.
Yeah,
Sorry, 350.
350K, yeah.
If you went him over Carroll, that was the play. I went
Yeah,
Carroll. That was
honestly.
only 12k
Yeah.
difference.
That's true. That
Would have
is
been
very
good.
true.
But yeah.
Let me just check how much money he's made now. I think he's up over 400k, or at least
Yeah, it would be
near
close.
it. Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking at defenders. What's his name? Dersma.
Yeah. DW.
Oh yeah, 439k he is. So made 61k last week. So yeah,
Solid.
look, that's great cash gen, and his break even now goes down to what is that? Yeah, -7. So yeah, maybe one we missed.
Yeah.
Tom McCarthy 76, definitely not one we missed. I'm glad we did not go there.
For sure.
And Duff Tyler 52, good if you had
That was
him.
right.
R3.
Bo Allen, 54. He is a really good footy player.
Yeah.
No, he's a really good footy player. He's outscoring the likes of Sam Grill.
Yeah, that is true.
Outscored the likes of Blackiston, Dolviston.
You trying to talk people into going Bo
Nah, I'm trying to talk myself into it.
Right.
Nah. But he's good. He's good.
Well, I'll tell you who is good. Tristan Sherry.
Oh, mate.
We always knew he was going to do this, so we just have to eat it, you know?
Yeah.
We
Because West Coast is the easiest ruck matchup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just looking at who they will have.
But we said this in pre-season as
Yeah.
well. We said Sherry had quick. He had a
Port-
really good
West
lineup.
Coast have Port this week, and then Sydney, Grundy. So he should hopefully redeem himself with that. Geelong, Freo in round 6, so Jackson.
Yeah.
So some good matchups there if you are targeting those players or targeting captains or anything.
Sherry
She's
was
all
good. She's
128.
good. 40 disposals.
Great.
Could have been huge.
Yeah.
Could have been bigger, but yeah.
Yeah,
that was
he
pretty
dropped
good.
off a little bit in the end. I think he was, what did you say earlier? 90?
It was 90 at halftime,
right, yeah. LDU, I picked him up this week, 97. It's just what he's going to do.
Did all right. Yeah.
He'll find his way to just miss 100. But look, that's fine.
That's still a
fine
pretty good
by
pick.
me.
Yeah,
Above what he's priced at.
correct.
McKerch is 65.
Better, but not good enough.
Did he go down injured in this game? Because I've heard some things about
Maybe.
him like limping to the bench at the very end.
I didn't pick it up if he did.
So because the thing is, Lowe got injured in this game.
Yeah.
So, could he be a beneficiary in moving back to halfback? But I don't know. We're just trading off him, I think, if you can.
Yeah.
Blamire 60, good for us on
Serviceable,
the field.
yeah.
Doveston 36 again, like I said before, just gonna
do that.
Tick along with that cash. But that's round 2, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what are your early trades looking like?
Early trades, I go Rosie sideways to. It's short. But also, I've been looking at Josh Dacos. It's currently Josh Dacos as it sits.
Yeah. I can't go there with Houston.
Exactly.
I can't do both of them.
Yeah, but and then I go Petrarca up to Graham Myers.
Yeah. So I'm the same, but I go Rosie to Zorko.
Yeah.
Petrarca to Graham Myers. Although
If I had the cash, I'd do that.
There's a world where I hold Petrarca, and I'm still trying to figure out how to I don't know, just because I feel like I have the rookies to cover him.
Yeah.
Although I do like Graham Myers. I think.
Do you have the rookies to cover in this field, or would you field another red belt?
No, I do. So I would play Sheasel, Flanders, Buderick, Lombard, Cook, Robertson, Marshall, and then have Petrarca and Lombard on my. Oh no, sorry, I wouldn't be able to field Buderick, would I?
No.
Never mind, that's probably a trade then. So
Yeah.
Petrarca and Myers.
Yeah.
So Rosie, Zorko, Petrarca,
Yeah.
Myers. I think I'm okay on Zorko.
Yeah, no, I want Zorko, and it's only because there's no better options in the forward line that I have to go up to Myers.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'd be going straight to Zorko.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've got 314k left, so I've got no troubles
I've got 22k
with
left.
money. So because I held 400k last week, which again sucks, but. Yeah, I mean, it means I have to hold guys like,
it sucks,
Windsor,
but also
Parrish.
it's the same as me because I've got Vicentini on my bench, and that's
True,
basically it's the difference 300k between him and Zach Kostelski. So we're kind of in the same boat.
I'm starting to need to kind of fix up some of my rookies. Though Sharp's going to need to go. Zach Stelski's kind of probably dead.
Yeah.
Lombard,
You got rid of Blackiston,
probably
eh?
want to. Yeah, I got rid of Blackiston, which was good, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of
blokes.
But we gained Bruin back this week. We gained Jack Smith back, so maybe some better rookie scores or mid-price scores on the field. But
Jack Smith, he's in my youth. I should switch that for my field. Yeah, good pickup.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice one. Very good. Well, with any luck, your round 2 team was on the mark.
And off the mark, and we'll be back on Thursday with a round 3 preview.
Sounds good. See you then.
See ya.